Yes, hi guys. In this video I'm going to show you that you can import in CAD almost every file type, including CAD files, and it will automatically convert them into a mesh and allow you to change it. So let's get started. I'll delete this basic cube. I'm going over to GrabCAD, and in GrabCAD you can see you have a lot of step files. I downloaded this particular file that I've seen because it has a lot of shapes that we can potentially reshape, and just to show you an example. So I already downloaded that. I'm just going to File, Import, and I'm importing this mesh. I saved it over here, the .step file. And once I import this, this will actually convert this now. What you see, the processing was actually converting them into a mesh. This is now turned into a mesh, no longer a step file. And as you can see, we have here a lot of different pieces that we could potentially reshape. I'm not even sure exactly what the different parts is because I see we have many parts. So I guess 5 different parts. I'm going to deselect everything, just click on the grid. Now I'm going to select one part. So suppose I want to reshape this particular section over here, and I want to select this entire thing to reshape. So I need to first click on the object to select it, and now I'm going to go to my face mode. But before, you can see over here, you see this is made of triangles. If you look at in this mode, you can see this has a lot of triangles, the way this was created. And triangles we can't loop select. I'm trying to loop select. You can only loop select quads. So what I'm first going to do, I'm going to go to resolution, and I'm going to simplify it with a 0. That will basically reduce it to the minimum. And you see now this is converted into quads. Once this is converted into quads, I'm going to turn on my loop selection, and I'm basically going to select this entire loop. Once this is selected, I'm going to a flat view because this is working based on camera view, what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to reshape. So first thing you can see over here, I can basically size this. So let's say this size over here is 9.5. I can make it, let's say, to 12, and you can see I can increase the size and so on and so forth. I can change that. I can also play with the connect similar. This will make sure that I'm actually scaling the front and back the same thing. So let me actually undo this move, and if I turn on my connect similar, and now if I'm doing it to, let's say, 12, I think before, actually, because I've selected this, okay, so I select the faces. If you select like edges, this will make a difference, but actually I think it could work this way also. If I'm selecting now, it works on both. If I'm going to uncheck this, I think it will work only in one. Yes, okay, so now you can see actually where this makes a difference. But the other thing what you can do, actually, it's not just making it into a circle because this is a circle, you can also change it. So if I want to turn this into a rectangle, now you can see this becomes a rectangle, and now I can play with the length and width. So I want to make this, let's say, just to 15, make this shorter on one side. Obviously, in this particular case, this will destroy the mesh, at least the backward. Sorry, but you get the point over here that you can kind of reshape any mesh. This has options for closed paths or open paths. In this case, it detected automatically it's a closed path. If I would do an open path, so let's try an open path. Let me actually undo my changes. And select the, okay, so I'm going to select now the same idea. Let's just go to a normal view. Oops, I don't see what I did. Okay, here is what I've selected, this loop. So let me actually deselect the loop, and I'm going to make a new loop. And for now, I'm going to select just a region. So I'm going to select from here until here, for example. So I selected only this part of the loop. And I'm going to go again to my flat view. And it's hard actually to see, but you have to have the flat view in order to work nicely. And I'm going to the reshape over here. So now you see it detected as a open path, and because it's an open path, it gives me the option I can, for example, flatten it. Okay, so in this I can turn it into a spline. Let me undo these changes. I can turn it into a spline, which will kind of, I guess, make it a little bit something like this, less smooth. And then you can play with the control points and something like that. I can add more control points and make it more smooth or less smooth, and so on. Let me undo this, and I can turn it into basically an arc. If I turn it into an arc, then I get this bulge factor, and I can also use the gizmo and start playing with this factor, kind of similar to a circle. So I didn't select connect similar. I'm not sure if I can still do it. Yeah, I can still select the similar. You see I play with both sides. So those are basically the reshape tools. This can work with anything. In this particular example, you've seen how I've done it on a step file. Import it, and this is quite unique to CAD. I'm not aware of any other software that can modify CAD files in such a way. CAD files that has been developed in any other software without parametric features, sharing them, so just as a step file. CAD is great for this. Okay, and thanks, and look forward to my next videos. Have a great day, bye.